the Malian Armed Forces, and National Guard. They number some 7,000 and are under the control of the Minister of Armed Forces and Veterans. The Library of Congress as of January 2005 stated that the military is underpaid, poorly equipped, and in need of rationalization. Its organization has suffered from the incorporation of Tuareg irregular forces into the regular military following a 1992 agreement between the government and Tuareg rebel forces. In 2009, the IISS military balance listed 7,350 soldiers in the army, 400 in the Air Force, and 50 in the Navy. The gendarmerie and local police forces maintain internal security. The IISS listed paramilitary total force as 4,800 personnel, 1,800 in the gendarmerie, 2,000 in the Republican Guard, and 1,000 police officers. A few Malians receive military training in the United States, France, and Germany. Military expenditures total about 13% of the national budget. Mali is an active contributor to peacekeeping forces in West and Central Africa. The Library of Congress said that in 2004 Mali was participating in United Nations operations in the Democratic Republic of Congo. The Malian armed forces were initially formed by Malian conscript and volunteer veterans of the French armed forces. In the months preceding the formation of the Malian armed forces, the French armed forces withdrew from their bases in Mali. Among the last bases to be closed were those at Kati on the 8th of June 1961, Tessalit on the 5th of September 1961, on the 1st of October 1960. The Malian army was created and solemnly installed through a speech by Chief of Staff Captain Sékou Traoré. On the 12th of October the same year, the population of Bamako attended for the first time an army parade under the command of Captain Timoko Konate. Organizationally, Ségar Sissoko is the only battalion of Ségo and includes units scattered across the territory. A memo from the Chief of Staff ordered a realignment of the battalion. Following on, a command and services detachment in Bamako was created, and the engineer company in Ségo, the first Saharan motorized company of Gao, the Saharan Motor Company of Kidal, the Arouan nomadic group of Time Train, the first reconnaissance company and Nioro second reconnaissance company Tessalit. As of the 16th of January 1961, Mali's army totaled 1,232 men. In the 60s and 70s, Mali's army and air force relied primarily on the Soviet Union for material and training. On the 19th of November 1968, a group of young Malian officers staged a bloodless coup and set up a 14-member military junta, with Lieutenant Moussa Traoré as president. The military leaders attempted to pursue economic reforms, but for several years faced debilitating internal political struggles in the disastrous Sahelian drought. A new constitution, approved in 1974, created a one-party state and was designed to move Mali towards civilian rule. The military leaders remained in power. Single-party presidential and legislative elections were held in June 1979, and General Moussa Traoré received 99% of the votes. His efforts at consolidating the single-party government were challenged in 1980 by student-led anti-government demonstrations, which were brutally put down, and by 3 coup attempts. The Traoré government ruled throughout the 1970s and 1980s. On the 26th of March 1991, after 4 days of intense anti-government rioting, a group of 17 military officers, led by subsequent President Amadou Toumani Touré, arrested President Traoré and suspended the constitution. They formed a civilian heavy provisional ruling body, and initiated a process that led to democratic elections. The Tuareg rebellion began in 1990 when Tuareg separatists attacked government buildings around Gao. The armed forces' reprisals led to a full-blown rebellion in which the absence of opportunities for Tuareg in the army was a major complaint. The conflict died down after Alpha Konaré formed a new government and made reparations in 1992. Also, Mali created a new self-governing region, the Kidal region, and provided for greater Tuareg integration into Malian society. In 1994, Tuareg reputed to have been trained and armed by Libya, attacked Gao, which again led to major Malian army reprisals and to the creation of the Ghandar Koi Songhi militia to combat the Tuareg. Mali effectively fell into civil war. As of June 2008, service commanders were Colonel Boubacar Togola and Colonel Adama Dembele. The Malian army largely collapsed during the war against Tuareg separatists and Islamist rebels in early 2012. In a span of less than 4 months at the start of 2012, the Malian army was defeated by the rebels who seized more than 60% of the former Malian territory, taking all camps and position of the army, capturing and killing hundreds of Malian soldiers, while 100 others deserted or defected. Following the rebel advance, a group of soldiers from the Kati camp near Bamako staged a coup on the 22nd of March 2012 which overthrew Malian President Amadou Toumani Touré. After